We started out by renting rooms in ITPL. Now we have an entire campus with over 1000 students. How would you judge the speed of our growth?
Good. If I look back 24 plus years, means we are now in the Silver Jubilee year of the 25th year. From the starting, we had master's programs and we had 300 students only in a rented place in ITPL. Now we have 1,200 students in the campus. In this journey of 25 years, this growth from 300 to 1200 plus is close to, in an average, you can look at it as a 400%. It is a good growth in an average. Generally, if I look at over the years, except the first 2 years, if I leave 300 students, then later on, it is close to around 15%. With respect to the numbers of students is concerned. However, this we don't calculate like that this growth because when you start a program, new programs, there will be a jump start in the numbers. Like Masters of Technology program to integrated MTech program started in 2012, so we have a big jump of students, and MS PhD program in 2005. Like that, we added students. So, if I look at it, is a healthy growth over the years.
So, sir, what do you think has been our institute's greatest achievements by students or by faculty?
Good questions. Greatest achievement by the students is the what I have seen over the last more than 2 decades. When the students coming here comes through all India level JE main entrance or gate examinations, and very top ranking students comes here, and no doubt they come for majority of them come for academic purpose, and they do very well academically inside the campus during the exams, class discussions, labs, projects, and as expected. And most of the students graduate out with the flying colors and go to the top industry of India and also international multinational companies. And some of this also goes to top universities for PhDs and MS by research, and some of them stay back in IIIT Bangalore also to do their higher studies. So, having said that, what I have observed over another aspects in recent past years, many students are doing very well by starting their startups by themselves, and some of them are very successful in their startup too. In addition to the academic and the companies they're working and the companies good feedback about our students, because year after years they come back to our campus to take students, and also the startups. But I found one thing as a teacher or as a professor over the years teaching my students, they're extremely humble and in the class and outside the class with respect to their behaviors. Very decent and very well behaved, most of them. So, this along with the academics makes me as a teacher coming back to them with multiple ideas, discussions, and make them enriched with personal and social skills and also academically stronger to face the world. So these are the greatest things what I found in most of our students. And lastly, all our most of many students of us has received many awards with respect to best paper awards and also hackathons, and also got laurels in different presentations. So I am really feel proud of our students. About the faculty members, if I look back more than 2 decades, as I said, all the faculty members has very strong pedigree of academic backgrounds. So here also they do world-class research and good teaching to the students in the classrooms and also in the labs. Many faculty members have received laurels for their contributions in research and also awards for various achievements. So I am really proud of my faculty members in IIIT Bangalore.
So, what do you think is our biggest strength and attribute that sets us apart from other colleges?
Interesting question. But I'll talk about my institution, what makes it well accepted by industry and other top institutes in the world. But I generally avoid comparing with the other sister academic institution. All the institutions are good and great. So, keeping in that mind, let me talk about what made us more acceptable by our ecosystem of industries and academia. That in any academia, if I look at the good academia, I look at two are the most important pillars. One is the faculty member, two is the good students. In IIIT Bangalore, all the faculty members are with the PhD from the top-notch universities of the world, and after coming here, they continue their research and teaching of that standards, and which attracts brightest mind of our country as a student with a very good ranks in the JE or GATE to join our programs. So these two are our one of the greatest strength. Second greatest strength of IIIT Bangalore is the infrastructure and the environment created for the academics and other extracurricular activities which students like to build their careers. So if you ask me in nutshell, the faculty, student and the environment, and also the fourth one, which is very unique to IIIT Bangalore, the strong collaboration of IIIT Bangalore with the industry around. So there are multiple industry-oriented projects and multiple industry-oriented visits from the industry to IIIT Bangalore and vice versa, which made the students exposed to the latest technology and the works in the R&D. As a result of which, our students not only get in the classrooms theory and also the practical hands-on, but also gets the glimpse of latest technologies, roadmaps, and the views by the leaders of the industry. So being in Bangalore city, that was a great another advantage for continuous flow from industry to IIIT Bangalore campus, and also some of the professors go and give talks in the industry which enrich both the sides. In that way we are unique and which strengthen our output much better.
So, what are the special events that are going to take place on the occasion of the Silver Jubilee?
In Silver Jubilee, we have planned for multiple things to remember in different fronts. One is on the academic side, and some are on the students' extracurricular activity side and all. Let me go with the academic parts. So already it has been started. Top eminent people on different areas are coming to the campus and already started giving technical talks, and those are all Silver Jubilee special talks, and they are the who's who in the areas of that field. And that is a second thing is going to happen is the students hackathons, and some of those plannings have been done. And thirdly, we are planning to do some students sports and also the music, because some special programs for with respect to the Silver Jubilee. And we are also planning to bring out a booklet of 25 years of history of IIT Bangalore called as a coffee table. And I don't know whether I should disclose this thing. We are planning for institute's song. Yeah, so some kind of things we are planning. Somebody's writing that. If it is come out successfully, it will be nice. And at the end part also of the Silver Jubilee, we have planned to remember and felicitate the people who have helped to build this institute. We should not forget them. We should be always grateful to the people who went and worked hard or out of the way to build this institute. So that will be also one of the grand functions. And in between, there will be brainstormings between the faculty for how to plan for the next 5 years, 10 years with respect to academics.
Do you feel that there's a field in which we need to improve?
Yes, if you ask me as a teacher or a scientist of a particular areas of my works, there was always this internal feeling that we could have or we can improve from our individual point of view. But from institute point of view, yes, there are multiple things we can improve better and better, because one thing is very, very important for a student and faculty point of view. For me and for the institute, which I have told very clearly, that student is the center of all activities. If as a teacher, as a staff, and I always think that a student is my focus, then automatically my teaching, my research, and my all the staff as a staff, the supporting things automatically comes in that direction. If a student does very well, and he definitely do well in the outside world when he graduates out, that will bring us the very big satisfaction that they're like our own students and children, so they are doing very well outside world when the external world has been praising, and also will do it in future as we work hard. That will be our greatest achievement and satisfaction. So to get that, there are multiple challenges where we need to improve, according to your question. And this is very, very challenging, because the areas IIIT Bangalore works is broadly on computer science engineering and electronics and communication engineering and digital society and technology. But if I look at the technology part of these areas, technology is changing very fast across the globe. And particularly these two areas, technologies are computer science engineering, CSE and EC, are extremely fast. So every time we have to cope up with this change, learn and teach and discuss and do research with the students. So this is a evergreen going things, but we need to be very, very much focused on this direction, because we do not want our students to be second to be none. So that means they should be on the cutting edge technologies and the knowledge when they graduate out. So that is the thing which we are doing. So we should focus to that always, future to come. That is the challenge which I explained, because not only the new areas, along with that labs, assignments, everything changes. So cope up with the new technologies and going forward with the world class thing is the focus and the challenge for all of us.
In which direction do you see our college going in the next 10 years? Any major decisions, any major changes?
Yes, next 10 years are very crucial to lay down the path for next many decades, because this national education policies generally comes once in a 3 or 4 decades. So next 5 to 10 years, the planning will take off on that path. So what are we planning for that? NEP 2020 has its own charter. We have to look at, we have been looking at into it in deep. And also we are looking at IIIT Bangalore's DNA and the strength. So accordingly, we have to plan and check out new areas where we want to grow, new research labs and research areas where the nation and the ecosystem in the world will be impacted. So that has to come up from here. And thirdly, which is academia is generally not known for. Generally, academia is known for the papers and good teaching. But time has arrived, IIIT Bangalore, to move towards from research to the translatable research to the innovations to the IPR to the commercialization with the industry. Then this institute and industry will be very close, hand in hand, and with from research to commercialization's path. So we have to find out the roadmap and faculty and students working in all those levels to take the institutes to that height. And India is poised to leap to that height in very near future, and we should be part of that as a leader in this game.
Each and every research work is an innovation by itself. How can one push his or her innovation to be usable in real time, rather than just being published as a research paper? We want to know any specific thought process to be incorporated for this to happen during our research days.
Wonderful question. This is a question I find that our students' level of maturity with respect to their academic goals and also to succeed in their life as a startup or an entrepreneur in a very advanced areas of technology or deep technologies. I really appreciate this question. So let me go step by step between the research to a product, what the question is asking for. So from research to a product, there are multiple steps. Step one is that before research, your fundamentals and the concept in that particular area where you are going to do research should be very clear. Second, you find out a novel problem or a new problem or a partially solved problem which has a good amount of social impact in India or in maybe in the world or both. So that problem you want to solve, that can be done by only research ways, by proposing a new algorithm or new hardware or something like that. But that doesn't take you to the next step of product or commercializations. So what is the next step? After a bunch of research, you select some of them or one of them which you have done that can be made as a POC, proof of concept. And if the proof of concept in a system works, then you should move to go for a patent filing, IPRs. Then after the patent is filed, institute has now set up a patent cell inside the institute to help you out. Then after you are filing the patent to protect your idea, then you should parallelly at that time, you should talk to the Innovation Center in IIIT Bangalore how to set up your product lineups and make it a more larger POC to showcase to the world that, hey, it is working. Then you go to the VC and collaborate and launch it. All these facilities from starting from fundamental conceptual teaching in the classroom to the research in the labs to the patent filing to the innovation center to the VCs and accelerators, all this chain is now we have been building up in IIIT campus and which is ready now. And you'll be happy to know last 1 year I have given a focused IPR filing a person who has written exams and graduated in IPR filing and working with us in IIIT Bangalore. Also, we have hired a new CEO or IIIT Innovation Center who can help you out with the funding and your incubation parts. So if you want to any part of it, anytime, you are always welcome, and you should look like this. Instead of only going for jobs, you should also try to be entrepreneur, or you also can have your IPR at least, which you can sell to the other companies and make yourself good.
Looking back on these 25 years, could we have done something differently?
This is a very interesting question in the sense, when you are already inside a system for 20 more than 20 years, you start feeling everything is good, running fine. So that is my feeling inside my heart, and that everything looks fine to me because I am a part of it for a long time. However, as you asked, that in looking at 25 years, can we do it something differently? And if that is true, then what is that? And what were the challenges why we didn't do that? Yes, there are a couple of things. These are my personal views. Couple of things which I feel that we could have done differently. One is the growth of IIIT over 25 years. Instead of 1200 students, can would have by this time 2000 students, or something like that, or couple of more areas in information technologies, because our broad mandate given to us by the our initial charter was that information technology. Out of that, we picked up only three: computer science and engineering, in ECE, and sociology and IT. Did you have any more areas to picked up which has a very hot, like in bioinformatics, security, as a cyber securities? So these are the things comes to my mind. Yes, this could have been a thought process, but if I am think the what has happened maybe at that time practically is that we are a completely autonomous system. Challenge number one. Challenge number two, we are in the middle of the Bangalore, which is a huge advantage because the industries around us, jobs are good, top industry people comes here, gives talks and collaboration. That is an advantage. But staying inside the Bangalore in the middle, the space availability is less, very less space. Because in any city, if you go, you will not get so much of space of, and then heart of the city, like 10 acres now, which you have. So we have a good amount of space, but looking at our growth, we have reached to that space for every corner of it nicely. But now we have to think of different verticals, new programs to come in, and also more funding for research, for more and scholarships for the students. So these are my wish chart. If you ask me, these are the things we could have done differently with for the institutes to grow. But I personally feel that it was not possible because of two things: because of autonomous operations, and second is that space, because these are the things, these two resources are required for growth. But with these two things, we have grown from 300 to 1200 students now. Let us see in future how we are growing. Yes, we did two things very differently, or I can say with a very conscious decisions. One, that we remain as a postgraduate institute. We do not have a undergraduate program without a master's program. So our integrated MTech is an undergraduate plus postgraduate program with a dual degree. So we do not have a standalone undergraduate program till now. And why was done was because what we found that the students learn lot of subjects but horizontally. That means not in depth. But industry, particularly technology like CSC and EC are changing so fast. A student should have a vertical knowledge of a particular area more than an undergraduate students. So this integrated program or master's MTech program or PhD program or MSc research program, we did it in such a way that our students not only understand the fundamentals of the subjects, but also they can solve problems by extra training in postgraduate time in a particular verticals which they learn of their own interest. For an example, if a student is very much interested towards security, then he can deep dive to some electives of advanced security or number theories or all kind of things. So these kind of electives may not be possible to offer because of the 4-year programs. Practically it is 3.5 years because in the 4-year programs final semesters goes on internships. So the learning of in-depth is very, very difficult in undergraduate due to the short time. So this is a thing which we did in very consciously to make our students much stronger in a particular subjects according to their interest, or a couple of subjects according to their interest. And second point which I wanted to say that which was very much advantages over the 25 years which we did it consciously, the strong bonding between IIIT Bangalore and the industry. And our programs has also a lot of assignments and projects with respect to practical problems. This also helped our students a lot, and also the faculty members. So these two things over the 25 consciously we have different from, and rest of the things, a lot of similarities are there with other institutions. So if you ask me, these are the academic part which has helped our students and faculty a lot.
From a institute point of view, is placement everything for its scholars, especially when we are a developing nation sitting on a mold of challenges?
Very good question, because placement and the challenges across the country are the two very important things comes to the mind of a student when he joins any institute in this country or in the world. And also what are the things happening in India now. So if I give answer in short, answer is yes and no. What is yes part? The yes part is institute doesn't talk about placement or no placement from in his charter or philosophy. What institute talks about and contributes to the students? When a student comes to us, we mold them to have their fundamentals and the concept extremely strong in the areas where they have taken admissions. For an example, CSC or EC in their respective subjects, or digital societies respective subjects. An institute take them forward in the next step after the fundamentals are strong to more problem solving in the higher years, means 3rd year and 4th year and 5th years like that, or 2nd year of the MTechs and MSc, and where they do some cutting edge problems available and they solve it by assignments or in exam forms. So as a result of which a student's fundamentals are clear, and when he solves the problem, he knows what are the new areas are coming in, and his brain becomes sharper and sharper, and he knows how to solve practical problems. So due to these two character and a very hardworking nature and good behavior of the students, the industry like them when they go for internships. And the professors also like them when they work with them. So we have given complete independence to the students to go in three directions. One, if they say, okay, I want to go and join industry, they have a path. We have that flexibility. So institute has that flexibility. Go to internships and go to the industry and do well in an R&D company. Generally, we prefer. Our students also prefer that, R&Ds, because of their sharpness and the training. Second part is that some students say, no, I want to continue in academia, and they go to professors and do their final theses and the projects and the problem solvings, and they go for higher studies and they go for R&D of the companies after finishing their master's program or PhDs and join R&D of the companies, or they could join the academia. So that's the second path. Third path also, we have the facilities if a student wants to go as an entrepreneur or a startups. So our institute have a seed money given to them. We have a wonderful incubation center where they can sit, and we give a lot of facilities to the students to talk to the entrepreneurs across and the startup and accelerator across, and also we facilitate with the VCs if required. So that means that why I said yes and no means if institute gives freedom to the students to go any direction, we build them for any directions they want to go. But student has to take a choice where he wants to go. So in that case, in that sense, we are yes. We build them for the placements if they want, and no if they want to be entrepreneur, and give placement to other students or other people across the nation or the world. So both choices we have given, and it is up to them.
Any special message for the students reading this edition of our magazine?
Dear students, I want to congratulate you as you are the part of the Silver Jubilee functions of IIIT Bangalore. This is a momentous time for all of us. You are lucky, and we are all together lucky to be part of this journey of IIIT Bangalore to this height. I know that you are here for your academics and all the extracurricular activities, all those things. But please do not worry with respect to the present situations across the globe. The challenges, the economic challenges after COVID, and also the war has shrunk the little bit the IT industry and ecosystem. You don't have to worry for this because for following reasons. Point one, you have come to IIITV with your own hard work by securing good rank. That shows that you are a good student. Be confident of yourself. This is a message to you. Second point is you are very humble by nature, which worlds like. So you carry on this humbleness in your personal life and also in professional life to grow much more. Thirdly, the world is going to embrace AI, ML, and DL in different areas, most all the areas. So don't get worried with this, because your training in IIIT Bangalore, educations, and your hard work together will make you be one of those inventors or creators of those AI, ML or the DL in the areas of your interest, because this is used like a tool in almost all the areas. So if you will be the creator or the developer of these advanced technologies, there will be always a demand for you in the industry and also the top academia and also in the startups. So you are in a wonderful environment with the very good faculty members and the friends around you. Only work hard, keep yourself focused, take care of your health, and stay as a humble and high integrity value system persons to grow and grow in the world when you fly out of IIIT Bangalore. wishing you all the best in this Silver Jubilee year and a wonderful career. Thank you.